Hey there everyone, welcome. My name is Samantha Attard. I'm a wellness coach and yoga instructor here in Washington, D.C. I am so excited to do some yoga with you guys today. So what are we focusing on today? We are going to do a little bit of breathing because like we talked about last Monday, your breath is really the most important part of yoga. The fact that you can hear your breath, that you can feel your breath, and that you are keeping that breath and your movement going at the same time. The other thing we're going to talk about a little bit today is balance. It's so important, especially as we get older. We need to have those nice strong ankles so that we stop twisting them when we go off of a curb. If you are a little bit clumsy like I am, you really need to make sure that you have that strong, those strong ankles. So that's what we're going to work on a little bit with our balance today. And so I hope you guys are all ready. I'm going to get my yoga clothes all on and ready. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Take a long breath out through your mouth. You take an inhale, really take your shoulders up, and then exhale to lower your shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. And then you can start to breathe in and out through your nose. So it's called Ujjayi breath or victorious breath, that you can inhale and exhale through your nose and actually hear your breath. So you really feel your breath, you really hear your breath as you sit here. So nice full breaths in and out, taking them nice and long. So you take your nice long breath so you can really feel your breath here. Really relax. And just notice how your body starts to feel as you notice your breath, as you take your breath in deeper and you really start to relax through your body. I know it feels really good to me. So now that we've taken a couple breaths, now that we've gotten ourselves all ready to go, let's go over to our mats and get moving. So let's start in our downward facing dog. Press into your hands, hips go back into the sky. Now you want to take your hands about shoulder width distance, middle fingers pointing towards the front of your mat, and then my feet are about hips width distance, and my feet are hips width distance, and my hips are moving up and back. Let your head hang heavy, you can shake it yes or no. And then as you inhale, come on out, high plank, shoulders over your wrists, press into your hands, really strong, roll your shoulders back, heels press back, strong breath in here. And then your knees come down to the ground, start to lower your body down. Baby cobra, press into the tops of your feet, lift your shoulders up. Exhale to lower your shoulders down. Try again, lift your shoulders, baby cobra. Exhale to lower, one more time, press into the tops of your feet, baby cobra. Exhale, shoulders come down, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue to press your hands, inhale and exhale. Bring your weight towards your pointer finger and your thumb. Inhale up, high plank, shoulders over your wrists. Press into your hands, deep breath in. Knees down to the ground, lower your body down. Baby cobra, as an inhale. Exhale, shoulders lower, and then downward facing dog. Breath in. Exhale. Take your knees down to the ground, your knees come nice and wide. Hips go to your heels, lay your arms long. This is called child's pose. It's a great rest pose. It's a great feeling for your back to really stretch it out. You can take the crown of your head to come down to the ground and just let your hips move back in space. Relax down here. Really stretch going through your hands. This is just like the best feeling pose ever. I know I love it a lot. And then you can come back out through your hands and your knees. Press back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up into the sky. You're going to actually bend your knee and open your hip out to face the side of the room. So you're going to lift your knee up a lot. Press into both hands. Really feel a stretch. And then straighten out through your right knee. Bring your knee in towards your nose. Hover here. Take a deep, strong breath in. Reach your shin up. And then press your right foot down into the ground. Your left knee can come down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Start to press strong into your right foot. Take your hands to your right thigh. And then press into your hands. Very nice. So your hips come down, head nice and steady gaze towards the front of the room. And you can reach your hands up to the sky. It can feel really nice to press your palms together here. And as you press your palms together, you reach up through your hands, letting your hips sink. Another breath in. And then bring your hands down to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and step back, down dog. Okay, lift your left leg up into the sky. You're going to bend your knee, open your hip out to the side. Make sure you still press strong into your left hand here, and really reach your left knee up. So a big stretch through the left side of your body, and then straighten out through your left knee. Bring your left knee in towards your chest, and then your left foot comes down to the ground. Right knee comes down to the ground. Pull your chest forward, hands come to your thighs. And then you can reach your hands up to the sky. Thanks for keeping those hearts coming, I appreciate it. Press your palms together. Pull your belly in a lot. Really stretch down through your hips. You're just getting a nice big stretch. And then hands come down to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knees, step back, down dog. Okay, reach your right leg up. Bring your knee in towards your chest. Step your right foot down. Left knee comes back down again. Untuck your toes. This time start to straighten through your right knee. You're going to press into your right heel, keeping your hands on the ground. And if you want to put something underneath your hands, you can also do that so you can sit up a little taller. But you're going to press into your right heel so your right hip moves back in space. And you press really strong here and feel your chest pushing out towards the front. So you really get into a big stretch in the back of your right leg. Take another deep breath. And then start to re-bend through your right knee. Plant your left hand on the ground. Your right hand's going to come to your right thigh. And you're going to press into your thigh and come into a twist. Now your gaze is going to come up. I'm just trying to face you guys so you can all still hear me. So you're going to come like this. So press strong into that hand that's on the ground. And press into your hand that's on your thigh to help you open your body. And then your hand come back down to the ground. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee, step back, down dog. Other side, lift your left leg up. Exhale, knee comes in towards your nose. And then step your left foot down onto the ground. Right knee comes down. You're in a nice lunge for a breath in. And then exhale, start to straighten through your left leg. Press into your left foot, press your left hip back in space. So I really flex my foot up here, really extending my chest long. And press into your left heel to move your left hip back in space. Take another deep breath. And then re-bend through your left knee. Press your right hand into the ground, left hand into your left thigh. And then press your hand into your thigh. Gaze comes over your left shoulder. Really continue to sink your hips here. Press strong into your right hand and to the ground. Take another breath. And then left hand down to the ground. Tuck your back toes. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale up, high plank, shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, lower your body all the way down to the ground. Baby cobra as you inhale. Exhale, shoulders lower, press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale. Reach your right leg up into the sky. Bend your knee in towards your nose. Step between your hands. Warrior two this time. So take your left heel down to the ground and then start to come on up to standing. Your right knee nice and bent, and then your hands out like a T. Palms face down. Pull your belly in. Sink into your right knee, and then your gaze comes over your right middle finger. So you stay really strong into your legs, pressing your feet apart. Really deep breaths in and out here. Letting your shoulders sink. Man, the hard part about doing this on Periscope is I can see myself and I'm like, oh no, I can bend my knee a little bit. I should bend my knee a little bit more. So it's making me really aware of how my body is exposed. Okay, straighten your both knees, reach your palms up, turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. Warrior two to the back. Bend through your left knee now. Arms like a T. Gaze over your left middle finger. Really reach long. Press strong into your feet as your left knee bends. Settling your shoulders down. And then straight through your left leg. Hands reach up. Bring your hands in down to your hips. Start to lean your body forward over your wide legs. Hands can come down to the ground. Weight comes forward towards your toes. And then sink your head down. Head heavy. Take 3 breaths here, pressing into your feet, and let your neck go. I'm just not because I want you guys to be able to hear me. Awesome. So you can start to slowly heel toe your feet towards each other. You can take a nice bend through your knees, start to roll up to standing, and then there you're back. So as I mentioned, we're working a little bit on balance today. So the first thing to do when you're trying to balance is first to find your balance even on your feet. So many of us are like standing on one leg, and then we're standing on another leg, and you're gonna go like this, and that's not really true good balance. So we're gonna first work on finding that center place in our center of gravity. So pressing into your feet, you want your feet about hips width distance, your feet nice and parallel to each other. Roll your shoulders back, have your palms face forward. Feel a nice sinking through your hips, your belly pressing up and in. And then you can even close your eyes and start to just kind of sway a little bit back and forth to start to feel your weight transferring from your left to your right foot. And then find a place where you feel like it's really even between left and right. And the same between front and back, you can kind of swing a little bit back and forth and say, okay, where is that center place? Where's that center of gravity? So find that center place, stay here, take a deep breath in, take a long breath out. Then look down at your feet, lift all of your toes off of the mat, spread your toes out, and then slowly put down your pinky toe, then your fourth toe, then your third toe, then your second toe, then your big toe. Whoa. And you feel all of your toes really gripping into the mat right here. Standing tall, standing strong, feel that balance. Press into your left foot and start to lift your right knee into your chest. And take your hands around your right leg. And if you need to, go next to a wall and put your hand up on a wall. But otherwise, practice lifting your right knee up, keeping a nice flex on your right foot. Maybe you take your hands to your heart and leave your right knee up here in the sky, pulling your belly in, feeling your body reaching tall and long. One more breath. And then your right foot comes down to the ground. Do the other side. Stand on your right foot. Left knee comes into your chest. Hold on to your left knee. Pull your left knee in and up. Pull your belly in. Really strong here. And then hands can come to your heart. Deep breaths in and out here. One more breath in. Pull your belly in. And then left foot comes down to the ground. Take a tree pose, which is a great balance pose. Stand on your left foot. Your right foot can come right here to your ankle, to your calf, or to your inner thigh. You just don't want to put it on your knee. So put your right foot on your inner left thigh or calf. Hands come to your heart. Stand tall and strong here. If you want, you can reach your hands up into the sky. Take 3 breaths. And then hands come through your heart, down by your sides. Right foot comes down, shake out your legs. Other side, stand on your right foot. Left foot finds your inner calf or thigh. Foot presses into your leg. Hands come to your heart. Really strong here as you pull your belly in. As you press your right foot into the ground. Finding that balance, and again, you can always take a hand up to the wall whenever you need right here. Okay, and then hands come down by your sides. And shake out your legs. We're going to do a little bit of stretching over on the ground, so I'm going to move you guys. If you guys do have any questions, you know that you can always find me here on Periscope, here on Twitter. I am Happy Healthy Sam, and I love to answer your yoga questions, so would be happy to do so. Let me straighten you guys out, and we'll just do a forward fold before we close. It's always good to close up with a nice forward fold. So keep your feet nice and flexed. Fold yourself forward over your straight legs. Keep your toes nice and flexed in, and then you can fold over just as far as you can go and let your chin tuck down. Strength, balance, it's really important. And that's where really taking that time to do that balancing between your left and your right foot and really finding your center of gravity when you're on 2 feet is really important, because again, so many of us are actually not being balanced even when we're just standing on 2 feet. Then of course it's really hard when we do it on 1 foot. And you really start to find a lot of good strength between the inner and outsides of your feet. And it works really, really well. Keep your right foot nice and flexed, left foot to your inner right thigh, and fold forward over your right leg. Again, just giving yourself a little bit of stretch, letting your body start to wake up. But taking it slow, using the wall and holding onto the wall as you start to balance is, I think, a really great way to start, because it's nice to have that, to take away a little bit of that fear factor and be able to really just concentrate on your balance. So the 3 things that are really important for your balance are not having the fear factor, but also having a steady gaze. So I'm putting my left foot out in front and folding forward. So having a nice steady gaze, a nice steady place that you're focusing your eyes on something that's not moving, that really helps with your balance. And also having a steady breath. So not holding your breath, but just letting it come in nice and gently really helps you as you are trying to balance. So those are my tips for balance. And then with strength, it's just building it slowly over time, doing it every single day. I was talking with a client just the other day about something that I do. Is I do basically as many push-ups until I can collapse. That's my goal every day. I don't have a specific number, it's just how many I can do until I collapse. And then I stop. And then the next day I do the same. And if you do that over and over and over again, day after day, you eventually start to increase the number of push-ups that you can do. And that I find to be a really useful way to make sure I'm pushing myself forward, but not failing, because I've done as many as I can until I collapse. It's not that if I don't reach 20 push-ups, I failed. Instead, it's I've done 12, and that's all I can do. And that's of course all I can do. Let's do one more forward fold. So bring your feet together, your knees out nice and wide, sit up nice and tall, and then fold forward over your legs. You can tuck your chin, really fold your body in, take some deep breaths. And then you can start to come back up again. It's so great to have you guys all here. We'll finish with our last pose that we always do in yoga called Shavasana. You lay your body out long, head nice and heavy, palms face up, shoulders tucked behind you. You can close your eyes, you can get a blanket, you can do whatever you'd like. To just take a few breaths to feel your body breathing into the ground below you. Start to feel your weight and to feel your body starting to relax down. It's just an awesome feeling. And take a few breaths there in that pose, always when you finish, just to help reset your body and to find some stillness and some rest after that movement. So it's been wonderful doing another yoga with you guys. I hope we gave you some great tips for your balancing. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat as Happy Healthy Sam. So I would love to talk with you and work with you guys there. And just hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.